What's good, YouTube? You already know who it is. It's your girl, J-Way, and she likes it my way. What up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. And if you are new to my channel, I am Jay. My channel name is The J-Way. And if you would like to become part of the gang, all you have to do is make sure you hit that subscribe button, and then you too can be part of the J-Way gang. Also, go ahead and hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I do post and or drop a upload. So I just want to say thank you for everyone who has been supporting me thus far. Also, I want to say thank you for the people who will be joining me. I would love to have you. Also, I want to say I hope everyone's having a good day today. Today is Wednesday, December 9th. So if you are seeing this, stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you for watching my video. So you guys, I just want to talk to you guys about something. But this is going to be a story time. If you can't already tell from the title above, this is definitely a story time. But you guys, I'm going to insert a clip of how I woke up this morning, which I'll insert the clip, okay? Clip, come in.
I'm really starting to feel like I'm mad that Eve bit that fucking apple. Because I feel like I feel like I just had my menstrual cycle. And here it is again. Okay? And bitch, I am in pain. Okay? And I'm cranky and I'm moody. And, I'm fucking fed up. I'm fed the fuck up. I'm tired of bleeding every fucking month. Okay? Bitch, nobody told you to eat that fucking apple. I'm pretty sure there was other stuff to eat. Yeah. You weren't that damn hungry. You wanted to be spiteful. Now we all got to suffer.
Okay, so you guys seen the clip. So that's pretty much how I woke up this morning. I woke up in freaking pain. And when I woke up in pain, I was like, I'm gonna do this story time because it matches my mood. It happened in real fucking life. And a nigga is tired of bleeding, okay? So basically, y'all, like I said, if you can't already tell from the title, this is gonna be a story time. And basically, I'm gonna get a little personal with you guys. I'm gonna give you a little bit of TMI. But we a gang and we here, and I feel like we mess with each other on that certain level where we could talk about stuff like that. So basically, you guys, I don't have on a bra. I'm sorry, because I know somebody out there probably sees it. And I'm in the comfort of my own home, and like I just said, I'm having a triggering morning, so don't judge me. But anyways, y'all. So yeah, basically, long story short, this all had to take place when I was about, it took place when I was graduating from elementary school and I was about to head into middle school. So I was graduating from 5th grade. I want to say I had to be about 11, 12 maybe. I want to say around that age. Y'all, if you guys know what age you are around 5th grade, then feel free to drop it in the comments. I totally can't remember, but I was pretty young. So basically, to get to the point, right? I was graduating 5th grade, and then I had to go to summer school, of course. You know me, I'm goofy. I've always been the class clown. I always I've always been smart as fuck, like in school, but I always just used to like just be the class clown and not really apply myself. So unfortunately, that resulted in me having to go to summer school. Mind you, girl, well, not girl, but yeah, girls, mind you, girls, a nigga was only in the 5th grade. Like, how were you slacking off in the 5th grade, son? So boom, it's 5th grade or whatever, and like I said, I'm about to go into middle school. So I had to go to summer school. Now, for the people who live out here in Boston, then y'all know the school Trotter. So I had to go to the Trotter for my summer school. So, you know, it's the morning of, like, the first day of, it's the first day of the summer school, okay? So I wake up in the morning, and, I don't know if my stomach was hurting a little bit. It probably was, I probably just can't remember, but I remember, I woke up, and, I had noticed that I was bleeding. And so my young ass, I'm looking like, what the fuck is this? Granted, pause, hold on, relax. I was well aware of what a period was, because my mother informed me of what a period was. Now, the thing that was a little tricky is I was like, well, damn, why is it happening to me this young? Who said I wanted to bleed? So I then proceeded to inform my mother, and then, you know, she informed me that, bitch, basically you're a woman now, okay? And what that entails is, bitch, you can have babies. And in my mind, because, you know, I'm just leaving the 5th grade, trying to go to middle school. Bitch, babies where? Babies from who? So I'm like, okay, okay. I can have babies now. I'm a woman, okay? So I was like, you know, okay, so we got that packed down pat. Now, girl, what do I do about the bleeding? So here's where I'm gonna blame my mom, but we'll come back to that. So she gave me some panty liners. She said, hey, you know, put on these panty liners. I'm gonna give you a couple to take to school. When you feel like it's filled up, or like you feel a little extra moist down there, you take your skippity-doo black ass to the bathroom and you change it. So, you know, she had ran down the rules to me. I was well aware of what I was supposed to do with this menstrual cycle. Mind you, first time. I ain't never had it. So, lo and behold, I get to the school, okay? And, you know, it's early in the morning. My stomach is not hurting. Nothing. So I get to the school, you know, everybody's lining up. They're telling you what class you're in and, you know, where you're going to be taking your summer courses at, blah, 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 blah. I'm looking around, see if I know anybody. Boom, boom, pow. Boom. The day goes on, you know. I had my first little couple of classes. I think I had summer school for math. And, you know, it wasn't a long day. I think I got out like around, because I had to be there early, like probably around 8:45. And I think I got out like around 2:30, maybe 3. So, you know, whatever. I had my first couple of classes. And I remember, like, as I was getting taught or lectured, all I kept thinking about is like, girl, make sure you go to the bathroom. Make sure you go to the bathroom and change yourself. So at one point, I did go to the bathroom but I didn't change, because when I looked at it, I was like, oh, you know, it wasn't that bad. I didn't feel like I needed to change it. Child, let me tell you, it was the biggest mistake of my life. So, okay. So y'all just heard what I said. A nigga didn't change. I didn't change the. Okay, it wasn't. I'm not gonna call it a pad because it was a panty shield. So I didn't change the panty shield. Okay. I go back to class, sit my ass back the fuck down, And then next thing I know, a couple more hours pass by. Now at this point I'm starting to feel like, you know, some aches and some cramps, but I'm not really sure like what it is. I'm just thinking maybe I have a stomach ache because I'm hungry, or maybe I'm just not feeling. I'm just not feeling well, because it's not registering in my mind that, bitch, these are menstrual cycle cramps. I'm just not getting that vibe. So, boom. Now it's recess, okay? It's recess, yeah, bitch, I said recess. That's what it was, okay? So it's recess, and you know me. For those of you who don't know, I've always been a tomboy, and I've always been into sports, and I've always been really competitive when it comes to things of that nature. For an example, racing. I used to love to race when I was young. Playing basketball, playing soccer. The list just goes on. I was very competitive as a young adult. And so, alright, no, I'm gonna stop talking like that. And so basically, you know, recess came, and I remember growing up. Okay, I'll come back to that. So basically, recess I came, and so I was playing. You know, I was ripping and running. You know how the old folks say, "Girl, what you out there doing, ripping and running?" So I was ripping and running, having a good ass time. Boom. Here's what I had on, because I have to tell you what I had on, because it's gonna come into play. So I had on these jean shorts. They weren't Bermuda, they weren't cargo. They weren't pimpin'. No, they weren't pimpin'. They weren't cooch cutters, but they were pretty short, because although I am very small, back in those days I used to be really skinny, like really, really, really skinny. Okay. Skinnier than I am now, bitch. I was only in the 5th grade. Hell, I was a twig. So, you know, I had on little pom pom shorts and probably like a tank top or a t-shirt and on, and some sneakers. So back to the recess. It was recess, and I'm running around without a care in the world, being young, wild, and free. And so I'm ripping and running, and at one point during me having a ball, having a grand old time, I realized my stomach was hurting a lot more. And then at one point, I realized that, like, I was bleeding a lot, you know? So once I noticed that I was, like, bleeding a lot, I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit the fuck down. And actually, I went into okay, so I had noticed that I was bleeding, but I think because I was so shocked by the amount of blood that I initially went into like panic mode. So I didn't know what really to do. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna chill with the running around. I'm just gonna do like little light work, like maybe play Foursquare, okay, taps or something. Not ripping and running, not playing ball, not running around the playground and doing the monkey bars and flipping and shit. So I just did like regular shit where I was just pretty much just standing still. And so, okay, recess is over, so I noticed the blood. I could just feel this great amount of moisture in my undergarments. And so recess is over, we go back to the class, and I asked to go to the bathroom after recess, and I noticed there's a lot of freaking blood. Oh my god, there's a lot of blood. And so I then came to realize that this panty shield my mother had told me to put on wasn't really doing me justice, because the blood, the amount of blood was way beyond a panty shield, and it was all over my panties, and you know, you get the idea. So I then began to panic, like I said, and I think I had told the teacher. And so the teacher, I believe she was a woman, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna call someone to have you get picked up. So she had called someone to come and pick me up. Now, my mom doesn't have a car, and so my dad at the time, he was bringing me back and forth to the summer school, because he had a car. And, my mom had to be to work early. So my dad would drop me off and he would pick me up because my mom would still be at work. So, boom. So I call my dad. He comes to pick me up. Well, actually, I didn't even call my dad. The lady had called my mom called my dad, and then my dad came to pick me up. Whew, child. So I get picked up, okay? I'm relieved that I'm going to fuck home. Because, bitch, I feel icky. I'm not really understanding what's going on. You gave me this penny shield. You gave me a couple of them. Why is there so much blood in my undergarments? I just didn't get it. I thought, damn. So when you have your period, you're just supposed to sit still. You're not supposed to do anything. That's what I thought, being young. So boom, my dad comes to pick me up. Okay, my dad comes to pick me up. He has a friend in the front seat and a friend in the back seat. So everything's all whatever. My dad, he's aware that I think he was aware, but I honestly, I can't remember. I don't know if he was aware that, like, my mom, I don't know if he was aware, like, I don't know if my mom had called him and was like, oh, you gotta go pick up Jamia because of X, Y, and Z, or if she was just like, oh, you gotta go pick up Jamia because she's not feeling well. So boom, I'm not really too sure, I can't remember, but here we go, we're gonna get into it. So I get into the car, and like I said, he had a friend in the front seat and a friend in the back seat. So I get into the back seat of the car, obviously. And so I get in, and he's just like, oh, you all right? Are you feeling okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling that good. My stomach is hurting, yada yada yada. So like I said, I can't remember if my father was there. So he ends up dropping me off at my grandmother's house. Okay, so again, remember, you guys, remember how I said there was a lot of blood. So there was a lot of blood, but me being so young, I'm not aware that I should have still changed, because the problem wasn't that I wasn't aware of, oh, I should have changed the panty shield. It was just like, if I would have changed the panty shield, it really would have defeated the purpose, because the blood was like really all on my panties. So if I would have changed the panty shield, there still would have been a massive amount of blood on the panty still. And then, me being so young, and it's being summertime, hence the word summer school, I'm not even aware of the amount of funk that is probably coming from me. And it behooves me to fucking say that, because I'm really big on hygiene. Like, I don't play those games. But I'm a bear with me, because I'm a bear with young Jamia, because she didn't know no fucking better. It was my first time. It's my first period, my first menstrual cycle. So here we go. We're in the car. We're driving. I'm trying to suck it up because my dad has all these males in the fucking car. And in my mind, I'm like, I pray that I'm not funky or nobody can tell that I'm bleeding, yada yada. So we reached the destination, and I'm getting out of the car at my grandmama's house. So my dad is like saying like, oh, feel better, yada yada, I'll see you tomorrow morning. He's like, feel better, yada yada. We're saying goodbye. He's like, I'll see you tomorrow morning when I drop you off. Like, call me later, to let me know how you're feeling. So I get out the car, and I get out the car, you guys. And as I'm getting out the car, I stand up, and I feel like a waterfall just started flooding from my vagina, and the sensation was so different for me. I really didn't know what the fuck that was. I'm thinking, I legit must be dying. That this is my time. I'm going. This is 5th grade. Ain't even seen middle school. I'm going. So I get up, and I immediately, once I feel that sensation, I look at the seat that I just got up from, and I see blood. And immediately I just say, I say bye to my dad, and I shut the door really fast, and I book it down the alley into my grandmother's house. Now, here's the thing. Okay, so I get to my grandmother's house. I'm telling my grandmother about, the blood, and she's seeing the blood, and she's like, bitch, we gotta get you cleaned up. So, I get in the shower. She gives me a pad, because why did my mother give me a panty shield? She probably didn't think that I would have this heavy ass menstrual cycle. But girl, you could at least been on the safe side. Hell, you could have gave me panty shields and pads. Now, she knew better than give me a tampon. But yeah, I just had all these freaking panty shields that did nothing for me and left me in devastation. Okay, so here's the kicker, you guys. So after I get cleaned up, I put a pad on. I lay down on the fucking couch. My grandma was giving me like a heating pad and, stuff for my cramps. Now, I don't think she gave me any like Motrin. I probably had Motrin, because at the time, that's when Motrin used to be popping. So long story short, my mom ends up calling my grandmother like, oh, how she doing? She feeling all right? It's the first period. How she doing? Yada yada. So me, I'm dramatic as fuck. Like, oh, I don't feel good, and da 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 da. So I end up telling my mother, I'm like, yo, of course I didn't say yo, but I'm like, Mom, when I was getting out the car from Daddy, I saw blood on the seats. And so she's like, oh Lord, did you tell him? Da 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 da. And I'm like, no, I didn't tell him. So she's like, why was there blood on the seats? And I'm like, because there was blood everywhere. Like, you only gave me a panty shield, but there was so much blood, like I don't think a panty shield was gonna work. So she's like, oh Lord, da 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 da. Long story short, the next day that I get into the car to go back to summer school with my dad comes to pick me up. So he's like, this is so embarrassing. So he's like to me, oh, why you didn't tell me that you got blood on the seat or whatever. Now, back then my dad had a Mercedes-Benz. He had the cream seats, cream leather seats, okay? And so the blood showed. It showed on the fucking seat. And I was so embarrassed, because it's one thing if it was just my father. It would have been like, oh, okay, whatever. But because it was a nigga in the front and it was a nigga in the back there with me, hell, arm's length. I'm like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. So like I said, when I first realized, I just said bye and shut the door. So that's pretty much what happened. I was embarrassed at school. I was embarrassed at recess. I was embarrassed with my dad and in front of his male friends. How embarrassing can that be for a young girl who got her menstrual cycle for the first time? And so from that point on, I knew that periods were fucking hell. And I knew that I didn't want to get one every fucking month. And I also knew that I was going to be one of those females who bled really heavy during a menstrual cycle. And so it goes on from even there, because I told my friends who I grew up with back in those days, like, oh, I got my period. And then they teased me too, and they kept saying like, oh, Jimmy is a woman now, she got her period, like, she's a woman. And I'm just like, yo, why are y'all doing me like this? Like, I come to confide in you about my first traumatic experience with the menstrual cycle, and then you rub it in my face? What is that? So, all across the board, a nigga was defeated. From the time I had woke up, I was defeated. Because I'm thinking I'm gonna go to this summer school, have a good old day, bad enough you're going to summer school. But then on top of that, you're going to have your menstrual cycle? Like, what the fuck is this? And then I'm going to bleed so much to the point where it's embarrassing and it's all over me. And then I have to get in the car with my dad and his friends. And then I leave a stain on his cream seat inside of his Mercedes-Benz. And then I get home and I clean myself up and I start to feel better. And I go, I think I could confide in my friends. And then they tell everyone who we're fucking playing with that, oh, Jamia just had her period. She's a grown woman now. Mind you, we used to, we had male friends that we used to hang out with as kids. And so they're calling to me like, oh, ew, you now. And it's just like, child, I was so tired. I was really tired, and I was over
for all of this. It's just,
I was over the day. I was over the day. So basically, that was my first time ever getting my period, and it was pretty traumatic for me. I've always had problems with my period. I've always bled heavy. Ironically enough, today, as you guys seen from the clip that I inserted, today is December 9th, and this might be TMI, but I woke up today and guess what? I'm bleeding. Oh my god. Oh my god. Woo. I woke up today and I am bleeding again. I just feel that periods should be maybe once a year, once every 3 months, once every 6 months, like a checkup. The fact that I have to bleed every month, like a drop on a dime, the fact that I have to bleed every month like clockwork, we're just gonna say that, is really not sitting well with me. I don't really like that too much, and I feel like the Lord could at least bless me with a cycle that is doesn't really come every month, because I did used to have a cycle that didn't really come every month. I forget what the word is called, but like it used to skip some months. But now, as I'm in my late 20s, don't do me, because I'm still very much a spring chicken. Late 20s, not 30s, late 20s. So I wish my period was still very much sporadic. I understand that that's probably not the healthiest, but I'm tired of getting my period every month like clockwork. I feel like I just had a period and here it is again. And the first day is hell. So bear with me. But to all my sisters out there, what I'm saying, I feel you, pain. I go through it every month just like you. And I know us lesbians, it's really hard when we're both on our menstrual cycle, and you're bleeding, I'm bleeding, and you have an attitude and I have an attitude, and you're fucking horny as fuck and I'm horny as fuck, and we can't really do anything about it. So kissing leads to more kissing and temptation, and then it's just it's a sad time. Once a month, it's really a sad time, but I applaud us for getting through it, because good God, I'm tired of bleeding. Alright, y'all, but basically, yeah, that was the first time I ever had my period, and like I said, it was pretty traumatic, but I just thought I'd share that with you guys, because it's nature, it's human, it's regular. If I have any young girls who watch me, you're gonna get your period, it's gonna come. You are a woman, so it's natural. Don't be alarmed, don't be scared or anything. I'm pretty sure your parents or your mom, your big sister, your big cousin, someone has informed you that eventually, depending on how low you are, that you will eventually get a menstrual cycle, a period, whatever you like to call it, and it does come once a month, and basically just let you know that you're ovulating. You can therefore then have children if you are having sex, but that's a whole nother story. But basically, you guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I hope I entertained you very well with this story, embarrassing myself on the internet once again. Oh my god, why do I do this to myself, Lord? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you give me a thumbs up for embarrassing myself and telling an embarrassing story. And if you would like to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you can see more videos from me. Also, make sure you hit the post notification bell, so every time I post a video or I do anything related to YouTube, you get notified. And thank you for 400, well, a little bit over 400 subscribers. We're on the road to 500 subscribers, so thank you guys so much. Again, choked up on my spit, but thank you guys so much for the love that you guys show me. I receive it. I'm here for it. Like I said, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you comment down below if you enjoyed this story time. Also, let's connect with me through my social medias. I'm gonna put my Instagram on the screen, and then everything else will be in the description box. So make sure you check out the description box and you follow me, because low-key I have more subbies on here than I do on IG. So if you want to follow my Instagram, I always put it on the screen and it's always in the description box, so follow me. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope I covered everything. Thank you guys so much again for the love, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another video soon. Peace, love, and happiness, and also happy holidays, you guys. See you soon. Peace.